Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Before we begin, I have to finish the Mirror of Immortality or else I'll forget about it. I'm on the final floor anyway, so might as well. So, Karen, Labris, hello, welcome. Naomi, Jinx, Worm Cow, hello, welcome. V, hello as well. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fine. So World, before entering the mansion, could you give us what you think the story will go? As in what you think it will happen from what you've seen so far. It's called the Heartbreaking for a reason. I don't think... Why is it so loud? Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot. It's because I have the volume maxed. That's why it was so loud. It's called the Heartbreaking for a reason. It's not a story about a villain in a sense, if you get me. I don't believe that the girl... What was her name, by the way? I can't remember her name. The girl who basically has something going on with Heathcliff. I don't really want to believe that she actually had much of a choice in whatever happened herself. I get the feeling that someone else got involved that actually fucked up the whole thing, as well as circumstances. It would only make sense to name a chapter like that the Heartbreaking, because it's something that you cannot really wait. It's not really something that you can control, I suppose, you know what I mean? Kathy? Yeah, Kathy. Perhaps I may be completely wrong, but to me, when you name a chapter like that, and I'm based off of the vibes, right? It's a sad story. It's meant to be a sad story, and its true tragedy of the matter could very well be the very fact that, you know, the protagonists, Heathcliff in this case, they themselves didn't really had many chances, you know? At the very least, this is how I interpret the Heartbreaking. Except if it's more like a soap opera kind of thing, which I hope it isn't, because, well, it wouldn't really appeal to me after that. Where she actually did have someone else in mind instead of Heathcliff, and Heathcliff was not enough for her. Which in this case, she's for the streets. But yeah, Cassie. On the other hand, I had a very difficult day once again, unfortunately. Things are happening and I myself cannot really do anything about it. I have been so irritated these past 10 days. And I also saw, like, I didn't saw the Myriad Celestial trailer in Honkai Star Rail, but people have been talking about it all day on Twitter because of course they can't keep their fucking mouth shut. There is something ominous about whatever is happening with Himeko in Plan Arcadia. And everyone is literally terrified of another Honkai Impact 3rd. And I that was the last news I needed for today. That is what almost, you know, that is what broke the camel's back, you know what I mean? I see. Well, all I can say is enter Withering Heights. Hello, V. How am I? I am okay. Better now. Who is hard and why he is breaking? Well, everyone has to break at some point. Hello, Master. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, as soon as I finish the dungeon over here, we're not far away now. It's this stage and the final one next. We'll see for ourselves what the heartbreaking will be. Now, the real fucked up thing it would be to actually make it like a very desperate situation, not just like an emotional turmoil, but genuinely like with the events that are gonna unfold or some shit. That, you know what, Kathy will actually choose Heathcliff or whatever, but this is Limbuscompany, motherfucker. So she's gonna die. Now that would be bullshit. Damn, floor 5 already. No, I had started this like 2 days ago. I just forgot to finish it yesterday, and I'm like, if I leave it, I'm gonna forget about it altogether. Fun fact of the year: the game series Tomb Raider will hit its 30th anniversary this year because it was released back in 1996. We're growing old. We're growing old. No idea what happened, but hope it gets better. Thank you. Wait, you're talking about the heart breaking, or are you talking about me? Great game series that slowly turned to shit. I don't think so. Like, actually, the first Tomb Raider, the reboot, I actually liked. I also played a lot of the second game, The Rise of the Tomb Raider, which was also really decent. I cannot really... Fuck. I cannot really know about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I haven't played. The two reboot games I have been satisfied with. I don't know if, you know, it's a matter of preference or not. Single player offline games are great because they can't go to shit. I mean, technically, Tomb Raider was single player offline. Well, all I will say is, if you read the book Heath's from, then you know half the story. I'm glad that I do not know the books. I can go back and read the books afterwards. You. Oh. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Whose Heathcliff is way worse than our Heathcliff. Wow. One of the few times where Limbuscompany, instead of making things worse, it actually made it better. Nice. I love it when they roll heads in all of the coins. Okay, after this is the final battle. I feel this music in my soul. Wait a minute. Headless portrait. Why do I get the feeling that this has something to do with Heathcliff? Crawling abyss. Here's what I'll say about Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider 1 starring Lara Croft, right? Until Chronicles was great, but Angel of Darkness killed the series. Legends Anniversary and Underworld was the prime best time. Finally, the second reboot of Tomb Raider just didn't feel like a Tomb Raider anymore. Fair. You could say that it's not really the same anymore. I agree with that. It's not like it's a bad game, the reboots, but yeah, I can see why people wouldn't like them. Angel of Darkness, I never played. I have played the first Tomb Raider, and I think I played the second too on PlayStation 1. Actually, I wasn't the one who was playing. It was actually my mother who was playing, and I was watching. Every game which I couldn't play, I was watching my mother play. I think I have played the Legends game on PS2. That was a really good game. I really like the ending on that one, if it is the same as I remember. I think I did got... Yeah, so well, surprise, surprise, I didn't have the money to buy games, right? So I was going to video clubs a lot. And I wanted to play Angel of Darkness. And unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, every damn time I was actually getting it from different video clubs, obviously, it was always busted. The disc was fucking busted. Unfortunately. I'm so excited to do my weekly mirror dungeon tomorrow. Can't wait. I have 48 free lunacy, 0 pool tickets. You all think I'm ready for purchase? Not? Yes, you are. Ride. Come on, babe. Bravo. Oh, balls. Well, let's hope she will not fuck up us. Bravo. He didn't roll anything. Well, he had high sanity anyway, so... I genuinely think I'm gonna lose this battle, by the way. I need to lock in a little bit because the win rate is not doing me favors. That's right. Attack the... Oh, fuck. Well, Heathcliff is dead. Heathcliff and Claire. Ah, okay. And they lost sanity. Let's go! My god, oh my god, oh my god. Heathcliff actually lost sanity. Let's go! Oh no. Wait. You know what? Yeah. Helpless. No, we're so fucked. Power counter. I shouldn't have him class, but you know what? It is what it is. Angel of Darkness was the first ever Tomb Raider game on the PS2. It was bad, because the controller setup was alien to old players, going from tank to analog controls. The other issue with Angel of Darkness was that the game was a fully complete mess. I see. Okay. Crap. Who did we lost? We lost someone. Good. No, we didn't lose anyone. Oh, we lost someone. The substitute game. Fuck. Okay. Sure. Fuck. Damn it. I love that it was dominating. Literally, man, Ryoshi is literally carrying this fight, by the way. Okay, and then Claire. We did it. Fucking whale that I hate. Yes. I got some good food like shawarma. I'm ready to watch Collider. Mmm. Sounds tasty. Oh. Oh, yes! Ooh. Soon enough we can actually go ahead and buy the battle pass. Can we get a yes? Sure. Yes. Nice. Okay. Okay. We wasted half an hour of the stream. Might as well pick up the pace. No. One more ego. Oh, you wanted to... Oh, shit. Well, sorry, I didn't read that in time, man. Sorry. That dominating was secretly hopeless. That's right, he's reverse. I keep forgetting that. I will say Tomb Raider Anniversary was probably the best game, a near perfect reimagining of the very first game. Ah. I don't think I have played the Anniversary.
이거 불편하네. 걸을 때마다 옷이 꽉 죄어오는 느낌이야.
기품이라는 건 원래 그런 것이랍니다. 익숙해진다면 오히려 다른 옷을 입을 때 허전해지곤 하죠.
Yep.
히스클리프군. 이게 자네가 살던 곳의 대문.
The passive gate alone feels downright intimidating. It doesn't look that crazy. We have seen worse gates than... Okay. That's one big front door.
몇 지역에서는 대문의 크기로 신분을 드러내곤 한다. 이 정도 크기라면 상당한 재력가라고 볼 수 있다.
Okay. The size of the gate is what matters, yes. By the way, I haven't actually brought any attention to it. Every time Salt speaks, it sounds like the chains in his pocket actually gling. Like, is it the chains in his pocket? I don't really know how to call that sound, but it does sound like, you know, chains in a pocket.
이런 곳에 살았으면서 홍루 씨를 부자라고 그렇게 못 살게 굴었던 건가요? 히스클리프?
저는 아무렇지도 않답니다.
나는 갑자기 배신감까지 느껴지는데.
히스클리프군. 그대가 굉장히 낯설어 보이네만. 오늘따라
헛소리는 집어치워.
Some were teasing him, and some were genuinely surprised, but it didn't matter to Heathcliff. Every word we spat out was dripping with venomous spite.
부자는 내가 아니야. 난 이 저택에 있었던 단 한순간도 풍요로웠던 적이 없었어.
Or I saw dancing clicks and creaks. Yeah?
그리고 이 저택도 단 한순간조차 날 받아들이지. 뭐야 이건?
낙뢰다. 후방에 있는 숲 근방에 떨어진 것으로 보인다.
That was so loud. Oh, by the way, it makes sense for Utis to know about storms. Oh no.
괜찮아요. 사람이 번개를 맞을 확률은 굉장히 희박하다고 했어요.
Yeah. Better not stand in an open area though, without any trees around, or you holding anything metal like your halberd. Actually, you should probably drop that.
가만 보면 번개는 불꽃놀이와도 닮아 있는 것 같소. 텅 비어 있던 밤하늘을 순간의 섬광으로 가득 채워주고 사라지지 않는가.
그 대신 자기가 가진 모든 걸 내보내서 모든 걸 불태워버리지. 놀이가 아니야.
I could hear some forest critters fleeing, spooked by the thunderstrike.
저것 보시게. 저그마한 다람쥐가 있네.
우와, 집 근처의 숲이라니 자연 친화적인 곳에 살고 계셨군요. 동물원을 따로 만들 필요가 없겠어요.
도시에서 정원이나 숲을 가진다는 것은 이러니 저러니 해도 엄청난 재력가라는 것은 틀림없지.
Wow, this place is so miserable that having genuinely a garden or a forest in a house has, you know, it's such a luxurious thing.
그렇네.
They have a lot of
싱크레온의
influence.
집도 그러긴 했지.
다람쥐도 있고
Yeah,
뭐
true.
몇몇 짐승들도 심심찮게 볼 수 있었지. 아주 가끔 가다가 기분이 걷잡을 수 없이 안 좋아져서 숲에 계속 처박혀 있을 때도 있었는데.
그럴 때마다 이 다람쥐군이 적잖은 친구가 되어주었겠어.
These heads are really are withering. Mm-hmm. God damn. Oh man, I should have used this thumbnail. Actually, you know what? Might as well. You know, for a lightning strike that lasts literally a millisecond, she literally gave it the most melodramatic scream she could. The little squirrel that may... Oh, wait a minute. The squirrel actually got blasted. I didn't realize that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, I see why she was being melodramatic. That doesn't make any fucking sense. The squirrel was smaller than the people around her. How the fuck? Oh man. The little squirrel that may once have been Heathcliff's tiny forest friend was immediately scourged down to a pile of ash the moment it crossed over into the manor's front gate.
번개가 보통 저런 식으로 치나? 휘어지기도 하고?
Wait, what?
일반적인 상황에서 벌어지기에는 지극히 낮은 확률이군요.
That squirrel rolled so low on luck. Like so low.
내 과민 반응 수도 있겠지만 아무리 봐도 번개가 정확히 저 다람쥐를 향해 치는 것 같았거든.
No. They have weaponized the storm? What the fuck?
이런 위험천만한 곳에서 용케 살아남으셨네요, 히스클리프 씨.
아니야, 미친. 나도 이런 벼락은 처음 봐.
Hello, Quixote. Zeus! Come on! Strike me down, Zeus! You ain't got the balls! This is the best part of Canto 6. I get the feeling that it's not the best part, it's the funniest part. From here on out, I don't think we're gonna have any more fun. Right, Heathcliff. Ready to knock on the front gate?
문을
More artwork for me. Man, he really has aura, goddamn. He stared blankly at the front gate of the manor.
문을 두들기는 거 오랜만이네. 한 번은 아무도 열어주지 않길래 몰래 저택에서 빠져나온 캐서린이 문을 열어줬어. 비를 맞아가면서.
So she did care.
그럼 지금도 마찬가지겠죠.
Are you sure?
이 문을 두들기면 캐서린이 올 거라고.
Why do I get the feeling that Catherine is gonna be like the damsel in distress in this case and we will not get to see her until way later? Heathcliff takes a deep breath before knocking on the front door. Why would you... Wait a minute. An entire fucking manor and you're trying to tell me that they don't have a single bell outside? You have to actually bang the fucking metal?
정말로 이렇게 될 줄은 몰랐는데요.
Yeah, you were optimistic, Ismael. We cannot blame you.
담을 넘어갈까요? 높이를 보아하니까 발목 접질러질 각오만 되어 있다면.
Kathy sent the invite, you silly Billy. I mean, I know that, but I could argue that, hey, for one reason or another, she doesn't necessarily have to appear now. Heathcliff is maidenless again.
아니,
Heathcliff was a whole bundle of anxiety before he knocked on the front gate, but perhaps this perceived slight reverted Heathcliff into his usual angry self.
여기는 내가 초대받은 저택이야. 담을 넘어간다면 아무 의미가 없어지는 거라고.
Yeah, he's right about that.
캐서린! 내가 왔어!
한 번 무시당했는데 다시 소리친다고.
캐서린!
Well, Woody tried. Despite his efforts, not even a soul stirred beyond the front gate. None of us really believed that anyone would come out to greet him. But what the fuck? It was open? The front gate began to creak open as though someone was answering his pleas.
꾸민 보람이 있었죠?
I get the feeling that this place is fucking haunted. If the gate was actually closed and it just so happened to open and the lightning is actually, you know, blasting everyone who's attempting to leave the manor, yeah, this place is fucking haunted. Power word, open. Ooh, shit, I wouldn't have guessed that. Damn. The security is to be reckoned with. The heavy rain and the tempest only grew harsher the closer we got to the manor.
대문을 넘었는데도 사람은 코빼기도 보이지 않는군.
The bubbling excitement of the sinners when they disembarked the bus had all but disappeared. Silent air of apprehension surrounded them as they gingerly took their hesitant steps toward the manor.
캐시, 잘 지냈어? 아니야. 캐서린, 오랜만이야. 아니야 이것도.
My boy's trying his lines. Oh, look, color. Yeah. Why though? Man, that scene made me realize I need to replay every canto now. More so, it's trying anyone that wants to enter. The squirrel was outside the gate. Oh, I see. So if we were not invited into the manor, ooh, in the midst of the aura of uneasiness, only Heathcliff seemed to be preoccupied by something else. The rest of the sinners were.
새였다. 정확히는 참새의 일종이었다.
Well, it got cooked.
창문을 지났는데도 이 공격적인 낭르는 계속되는군.
조금만 가까이 있었으면 저희도 같은 신세였을 거예요.
Lightning continued to blast the earth as though it wouldn't be satisfied until it's reduced every living thing in the manor grounds to a pile of ashes.
빨리 걷자니 벼락 맞을 것 같고 천천히 걷자니 또 벼락을 맞을 것 같고.
이동 속도와는 관련이 없는 것 같다. 마치 벼락 자체가 의지를 가지고 목표를 맞추려는 것처럼 보이니 의지를 가진 번개라 재수없는 것이 떠오르는군.
Poor Otis. Yeah, well, how would you know? How would you know that he was the son of Poseidon? How would you know? You wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. It was arrogant per se to reveal your name, and now you don't reveal to anyone altogether. We still don't know if Otis is actually your real name. I miss Yuri. I miss Effie. I miss the seagull. I miss Sir Squirrel. We lost so many on the way, yes. We literally had Sailor Yuri last canto somehow. What? Sailor Yuri? I guess we have to go through the patches of violet to get the mansion, huh? I don't know the symbolism to that or the meaning of.
아, 어쩌면 이 집의 방어 시스템은 아닐까요?
방어. 보안 장치를 말하는 것이오.
허가받지 않고 이 저택 안에 들어오는 것한테만 번개가 내리치는 걸 수도요.
Instead of being Yin Sang the one who concludes that, it's bizarre that Hong Lu is the one who concludes to that.
이것보다 더 정교하고 확실한 장치도 많았거든요. 크기가 커다란 저택일수록 더 효과적인 보안 장치들을 설치하곤 하니까요. 아, 저희 집에서도 보안 장치에 대한 이야기가 저녁 식사 이야기거리로 올라오곤 했던 것 같아요.
You should have just asked. Yes, the Cyclops while he eats his man. Hey, do you happen to be the son of some god? They stole alleyway watchdog's gimmick. Really? Well, Hong Lu was a part of a rich family, so yeah, I guess he has seen it. Yeah, he has seen it before. That's why he concluded to that instantly.
말이 안 되는 건 아니네요. 그렇다고 이런 사고방식이 이해된다는 건 아니지만
LCCB 팀이 접근하지 못했다던 보안책이란 것이 혹여.
Yep.
네. 하지만 저희는 초대장이 있잖아요. 안심하고 걸어도 될 것 같다는 소리예요.
It's only for Heathcliff. I'm surprised that somehow all of us are the exception. Like, even if he had a +1, we already overdo it by 11 more. Is that really all this is? Is this just one of those normal security measures that every rich family supposedly has?
하지만 조금 신기하긴 하네요. 날씨를 조정하는 시스템은 비효율적일 정도로 어마어마한 금액이 들어간다고 해서 직접 본 적은 없었거든요.
Is the stream stuttering for anyone else or just me? I don't have any... Everything rolls fine on my end. I don't have any notifications for buffering. See, this is what I mean. Hongla is a lot more perceptive than people notice. He just plays it off as inquiries to let others ponder deeper about it so he doesn't get involved directly. So he's generally really smart. And very composed, that is. Like, so many people think Hongla is just a dingy, silly sinner, but he's probably in the top 4 smartest. Top 4? Who's the 4th? Faust, Yisang, Hongla. Who is the 4th? I would say Utis, but Utis is not really smart, he's very experienced. Same goes with Ismail. It could be Mersault. I would argue that the 4th one is Mersault. I remained silent because I didn't want to concern the sinners with something I wasn't sure about. But the closer we got to the manor, the more confident I became that something was off. That this extremely abnormal weather isn't the work of some security system. This absolutely has something to do with a golden bough. But this golden bough feels different from the ones we've encountered before. It's a bit more chaotic.
어? 이 꽃은 색깔이 있네요.
Sinclair was right. The manor's gardens was slightly littered with flowers. They were the only things of color in the dreary sight. Oh, it says color, not color. It says color. Labrish, you were so right.
이 꽃 이름이 뭘까요?
Even the thoughts of Dante actually say color. Told ya. Yep. Ismail and Nutis would be either or 5th, 6th spot. Mersault is smart but doesn't want to think unless are ordered to. I don't think he wants to pry. Like, he doesn't want to take the spotlight. So, good to him. That is also a very smart thing to do. Did you read what Hanglu said about the weather just now? I think so, yeah. But, you know what? Might as well check back on it. This is pretty interesting though. I heard that the technology to change the weather itself is really expensive to the point of being inefficient. So expensive that I've not seen it myself. Yeah, I read that. Okay, very expensive and inefficient. Okay. Everyone but Heathcliff says it wrong. Everyone but Heathcliff says it in an American way. not the original British way now. You mean right. Heathcliff is the one reading wrong. What? Understand Mersault though. It's hard for me to figure out when to act unless someone tells me what to do. Too. So I also end up doing nothing. It's the autism, guys. Well, yeah, I can see that.
혹시 말이야, 돈을 지불한다면 꽃에도 색을 되찾게 할 수 있는 건가?
그렇습니다.
그렇다는 것은 이 집안의 인물은 꽃을 무척이나 사랑했던 것이겠구려. 곧 시들어버릴 꽃에도 색을 넣을 정도라니. 혹은 어마어마한 갑부이거나.
Heathcliff quietly gazed at the patches of violet flowers as he sang, mused out loud.
틀렸어. 꽃을 무척이나 사랑했던 것은 아니었을 거야. 그 마음이 꽃까지 들어갈 정도로 넓고 따뜻하진 않았으니까.
Heathcliff appeared, so doleful that I felt as though he had built a tall, opaque wall between himself and the world. I could not bring myself to ask further. He did not tell us the name of those flowers.
아이고, 어서 오세요.
Someone hurriedly runs this way from the manor's front door, holding a lantern.
날씨가 참 말썽이죠. 하긴 티사는 워더링 하이츠는 화창한 적이 드물지만요.
오랜만이야, 넬리.
세상에 히스클리프? 정말 너구나.
Is this the Ismail ID? I get the feeling that it's the Ismail ID. I think I need to actually, you know what? I think I need to build the IDs that I have from this canto. Nah, Ryoshu. Oh, Ryoshu ID too. Okay. If I remember correctly, though, I'm not sure if it's totally true. American spellings came to be because of printing press pricings being per letter, so less letters have better money-wise for newspapers. Oh, I see. So butcher a language for the sake of profit. Yeah, that sounds a very American thing to do. All for the money. Ismail is a nameless butler. Oh, okay.
우리가 그렇게
Okay.
떠난 후에 어떻게 살았는지 정말. 아휴, 밥은 제대로 먹고 다니는지, 어디서 맞고 다니진 않는지.
Bullied by a what?
우리가 그동안 소식을 얼마나 궁금해했는데.
Wait a minute. Bullied by what? The rough crowd. Oh.
자, 들어와.
Yeah? This Nelly regarded us with a curious look as though she didn't quite understand what we were supposed to be.
설마 여러분은 우리 히스클리프의 친구분들인가요?
네, 뭐 친구 해도 되는 건가요?
Look, if you don't want to get struck by lightning, might as well say yes and move on.
친구의 범위를 어디까지로 인식하고 있을지에 따라 답변이 다르다.
I mean, you can play it all for like a few hours, no?
그럼 죽을 뻔한 모험을 몇 번이나 겪은 소중한 친구들이지.
There we go, Rhodia. Of course, she understands. She's a Slav after all, yes! Man, everyone who's from Eastern Europe actually has that. I hope Utis is not stuck up on this subject either. From her experiences, I know that she unfortunately may not think of it this way, but her actual nature doesn't call upon it. Faust is a butler too, okay. All for the Amber Lord. Wait, wrong game. This is the one you have to thank for Ponytail Ryoshu. Ah. Well, I don't really like ponytails, but hey, I can understand them. There are 3 maid IDs and 0 Butler Sinclair ID, unfortunately. Well, there is Butler Utis, though. I hope I can get... Do I have Butler Utis? I don't think I have Butler Utis. Wish we had made Sinclair. Well, all are butlers, technically speaking. Not exactly. There is a difference between a maid and a butler, but they are servants of a household, that's for sure. We need maid Rhodia. Rhodia. Now, hopefully we'll be getting a better Rhodia in the near future based on the current canto. Okay. I have Butler Utis, is pretty okay. I love the way she attacks. The rental team I used last week for the dungeon, the mirror dungeon, was so cool. There's been a meme about Maid Sinclair for a while. Ah, another meme about sexualizing the characters, I see. Balarut is a sinking meta simply because of echoes of the manor. Okay, the difference can be observed soon. They all hold the title of butler, that's why I call them that. Fair, fair. I have a love-hate relationship with Nelly, bro. Really? She always has her hand behind her. Okay.
히스클리프의 소중한 친구들이 곧 있으면 비에 쫄딱 맞아서 얼어 죽을지도 모르겠고.
Told ya. She's playing it off a little bit, but hey, it's within her nature. You see, the Eastern Europeans, they knew what they were doing. Yes, 10 out of 10 game. They know how to write characters.
귀한 분들이 오셨네요. 아이고, 내 정신 좀 봐. 얼른 들어오세요, 얼른. 저택은 따뜻할 거예요.
The interiors of Withering Heights was rather dark, and yet
정말 저택 안에는 색이 있어.
thank goodness. I was so fucking tired of seeing this monotone color. Its hue appeared a tad faded from its original vibrancy, but there was color in this manner.
말했잖아. 저택에서는 색이 보였다고. 이것도 뭐 돈을 내서 가져온 거지만.
Yeah, I always knew this was a great at pretending. Squints eyes with suspicion. We don't talk about that.
저택에 걸린 이 랜턴들이 있으면 색을 돌려받을 수 있다던가.
Oh, colors! Yes! The original British were, yes!
본래의 색을 밝혀주는 랜턴이구려. 꽤 값진 기구일 텐데.
그래도 완전한 색을 돌려받지 못해. 어딘가
Colors!
칙칙하지. 그런데 캐시는 어디?
히스클리프, 지금까지 어떻게 지낸 거야? 응? 잠은 어디서 자고? 밥은 잘 먹고 다닌 거 맞아? 좀 야윈 것 같은데.
나는
그래도 너무 늦지 않아서 다행이야. 다들 널 기다리고 있었거든.
She's a chief butler. Well, more like chief maid. Okay. I'm surprised that she can actually just chit-chat on the front door instead of actually get to the guests, you know, sit down somewhere, maybe meet someone who's responsible for the guests of the manor or some shit. Except if she's the one who's supposed to entertain the guests until the host arrives, but this goes so out of actual traditions. I would assume that they would have been a little bit more what is the word for it? Disciplined? Because they're servants in a manor? The host of the manor has them pretty slack.
다들?
그러고 보니 옷차림이 못 본 사이에 달라지고 아주 멀끔한 신사가 됐네? 친구들도 많이 생겼고.
뭐 그래?
Yes, in the interval before Canto 8 Gens fool me, bro. I don't get it, sorry. Yeah, I always found it interesting about the lanterns being able to restore colors. Oh, it's the lanterns that they actually restore colors. The lanterns that return the object's original saturation. Now I see it. It's a trick of the light.
그럼 멀리서 보면 하나도 못 알아보겠다.
Nelly was talking so fast that Heathcliff wasn't spared even a second to get a single word.
넬리라고 했나? 정확히 어떤 사이지? 우린 그의 소중한 친구이자 동료이며 전우들이라 어떤 사이인지가 무척이나 궁금하군.
Smooth with this way to extract information. Collider being classist. Yeah, added on my list, you know, of cancellation reasons. To be honest, I feel like butlers and maids here are kind of like doctors and nurses, where there isn't really a gender lock to it. You can have female doctors and male nurses. It's more so a title that does it. I mean, yeah, I think we do have in Greek, you know, differentiation in both doctors and nurses. So in the Greek language, that doesn't really pass. But you know what? Fair enough. As if, look, as if, not that, you know, women cannot be doctors or men cannot be nurses. We actually have a different, you know, a different implication in the word in order to identify someone as a she or a he, you know? Ooh, this is clinically unable to not look suspicious. She doesn't seem suspicious to me. Added to the Book of Vengeance. Good. I don't think there is a male maid. Let me see it in Greek. 1 second. I'm pretty sure there is something. Yes, there is. It's the equivalent of saying that someone is, well, a cleaner or a housekeeper. That is more of a female. That is more of a male thing to say. That's unfortunately for the word maid specifically, yes, you're right. There is no male version of that. You have to use another word, such as cleaner or house servant, or house helper, or housekeeper. Typed in Google, are there male maids? No, actually I typed, no, and it came up as yes. I typed, you know, male maids in Greek, and it gave me the results. It's like battle in a role. English isn't as gendered as the other languages tend to be, but TLDR, the role of the battler and maid are usually different, so there's that. I mean, in the Canto, maids seem to focus more on general work, while the battlers do the more personal work. I see. It's like saying maids are designed to tend to the cleaning of rooms and maintaining the house, while the battle serves the masters and visitors, as well as serve them food and stuff. That's basically the occupational, you know, difference, yes. Anyway, oh yeah, extracting information. Utis, who was conspicuously scanning the interiors of the manor, suddenly asked Nelly the most transparently perfect question that I've ever heard.
아, 나는 말이지. 히스클리프의 이를테면 보모라고 해야 했나?
보모요? 코 흘리고 있으면 닦아주고 옷 갈아입혀주고 하는 보모요? 히스클리프 씨?
밥을 먹기 거부할 때는 밥을 떠먹여주기도 하고요.
아이 넬리, 그런 식으로 소개하지 마.
Is she really that old?
보모라고 하기에는 조금 달랐잖아. 우린 어렸을 때부터 서로를 알고 지냈어. 그리고 난 넬리를 하인처럼 부리거나 보모처럼 따르진 않았거든.
그리고 지금은 엄연히 치프 버틀러라고. 내 말 한마디에 군기가 바짝 드는 버틀러들이 얼마나 많은데.
Oh, that's why she's so slack. She's exclusively slacking because of her title as chief butler.
뭐 네가 제일 일을 빠릿하게 잘했으니까. 그런데 나 슬슬 인내심이 금방이라도 끊어질 것 같아서 말이야. 넬리.
Why does Nelly look like Utis? Curious. Yeah, I didn't want to bring attention to that. I don't think they had a reasoning for it. They just so happened that, I don't know, they just felt like creating a character that kinda has the same, you know, color pattern like Utis. I think that he was saying that Nelly's more so like a non-blood related older sister figure to him. Yeah, I did got the hint. I wasn't sure of it though. Designer for gore. No, he wanted to make, look, he wanted to make Utis in a maid outfit, and he kind of fucked it over because apparently they needed another character in order to fill up this role, and instead of having Utis in this ID maid version, they made that a character, but now that they actually had already a maid Utis, quote unquote, they had to make a butler Uti. I don't fucking know. But it is a game theory, yes. And then it's just Utis from a mirror world that's actually fertile, unlike a certain one we know of. We're starting off in a good foot, huh, Labris, tonight? Huh? Nelly probably doesn't have dementia. Shut up! Some characters tend to look similar to June's face. Similar June's face, for example, looks pretty similar to Ricardo. 1984 every time, yes. So what you're saying is June went on to become a big brother of the middle. Curious. Curious indeed. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, Heathcliff must have wanted so badly to ask her where Kathy was.
연애는 언제 시작이야?
Man, why did you chicken out? Instead, he hid his true question behind a mask of aloofness. But Nelly's expression became somewhat odd upon hearing Heathcliff's query.
연회는
어이, 그 막내네 새끼 오긴 하는 거야 뭐야?
Well, at the very least we received a good welcome. I wasn't even anticipating a good welcome.
사람을 불러 모아놓고 사라지면 어쩌자는 거지? 언제까지 꼴 보기 싫은 얼굴들을 마주보고 있어야 하냐고?
There was a furious voice echoing from down the halls.
넬리, 잠깐. 방금 그 목소린.
I think Ricardo is more handsome than Utis. Technically speaking, he is mighty. I would have, you know, if we were to say that, you know, in the prospect that if he was actually less pitiful and more courageous like Mighty, I would have actually let you be, V, but man, I cannot believe you're the one getting timed out. God damn it, man. How could you do, like, how could you be the one to be to say the most irritating thing? Imagine if Ricardo wasn't Bristol. Nah. I can't really imagine that, no. The good part is starting soon. Yep. Every character we meet is the same person, but with different disguises. That would be so good.
아이 참, 안 그래도 막 왔어요. 히스클리프 들어가자. 모두가 널 기다리고 있다고 했잖아.
Radcliffe bit his lips unctuously and followed Nelly.
파티를 하는 듯한 분위기는 확실히 아닌 것 같은데.
네. 그때 크루즈 파티나 이곳에서나 아무리 감추려고 해도 말이죠. 공간에서부터 나오는 음침한 분위기는 숨길 수가 없더라고요.
평소에도 활기찼던 저택은 아닌 듯하다. 청소를 급하게 했지만 오로지 손님 맞이를 위한 용도일 뿐. 곳곳에 균열이 있고 보수가 필요한 부분이 보인다.
Wait a minute, what is he saying? Excuse me. This mound does not appear to have been a place where liveliness is an expected element. I see signs of rust cleaning, conducted immediately before the guests arrived. Several cracks and areas in need of repair have been identified as well. So they have been slacking off.
또한
Here comes the clinging of the change in his pocket again.
즐거운 파티를 기대했던 건 아니지만 마음이 제법 슬프네.
You always expect the best, Kyoto. Life is full of disappointments, though. Mode abuse. Yes. There are certain subjects I do not actually tolerate. The bias Collider has with Limbus is crazy. I don't have any fucking bias. It just so happened that you said something far more irritating than him. He somehow, some way, Limbus knows exactly the fine line. I have no idea how he does it. He says something irritating, but he doesn't make it too irritating. How does he do that? I get timed out, but he doesn't. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. The canon mommy Otis. Yeah. Faust does not tolerate such sloppy housework. Good, Faust. Good. The irony is that this entire time, actually, Faust hasn't uttered a single thing. Count your days, Collider. Sure. I'm counting my days. There's no point in counting them, but I do count them. Marcel's just so precise with his deductions. Count your days. You can't keep getting away with it. It depends. One day he will get it, but the real question is when. It's called practice. I'm just dumb. Or just dumb luck. One of those two. Rage Bait Master, call it a masturbator. Yeah, the bells are tolling, Collider. Oh, yeah. I followed Don Quixote to the halls. She appeared terribly disappointed. Don't forget that I'm undying, so bells or not, days counting or not, Collider got masturbated. He is a good masturbator, indeed. Oh, combat time. Okay, who do I have on my list? I do have... I do not have the build, man. This is so ass. I wanted to use the IDs, you know. There we go. We have another butler here. Why am I looking Sinclair? Do I expect to find a maid outfit on him? I don't have butler Otis. Fuck. Well, I have 3. Yeah, I have 3 IDs, which is okay. I have Heathcliff. I have Ismail. I have Faust. So, good enough, I guess. Well, unfortunately, I don't get to use them. That's so ass.
길이 같으니 거들어주지.
Battle Faust is Faust's best singing ID. Then I guess I have to build her eventually. Battle Faust is a hydrogen baby, massive singing support, but stuck on 000 ID. That's not really a bad thing. I love it when sometimes in gachas you get to have 00s that just so happen to be secret 000s. Get me? Oh, what is this cult? This place really is a fucking cult. What the fuck? 2 people sat by a dying hearth, surrounded by the respective pose. The one is ragged and the other one is... Woo! You know? Actually, yeah, what the fuck? The one is ragged with his people being ragged, and then there is the other one who's all luxury and shit. It was quite apparent from the way they sat opposing of one another that their relationship was far from amicable. On one end was a group of people dressed in mysterious masks, surrounding a jumpy-looking man who looked like he was one little nudge away from hollering foul insults at everyone. Can you imagine? Hey! Servant! Maid! Why is there a cult in my living room? Asked the master of the house. On the other end was a group of people dressed in identical uniforms. Sinclair told me that they were wearing the outfit that most manor employees wear to each other. One of them stood out, and he was the only one amongst them in a black suit. He appeared somewhat uncomfortable. It seemed as though he was in a great deal of pain merely by being here. And between the two groups were...
해결사들이요! 저 복장은 분명
Get it out with it already, man!
해결사들이요! 저 복장은 분명 외우피 협회에서 온 자들!
Damn it, Quixote. Yes, I love this background pic. You really can't tell the feeling of the room. Yeah. Stinggood is a secret 000 trash, totally not biased. Look, there is no point. When it comes to it, eventually I will build all her IDs. Meta or not. Battle Rutis is not as good as Battle Faust. This is because Faust is simply superior. While Faust is lacking damage, Faust makes up for it with sinking out and boundless knowledge. Oh man. Faust, it's not okay, where should I begin? Technically speaking, I wasn't going to time you out, but here's the thing. They already filled my batteries just a few minutes ago. It's not you, it's me. But it is mostly you. It's like a dog barking for food. There is an Opie Heathcliff ID if you didn't know already. Oh, okay. Don't win fixers. Always with the fixers, yes. Opie Association, they are specialized in a certain area of work. I have Opie Heathcliff. He's fun. Okay. Thank you for your input, rational and brilliant Faust. Man. Perhaps Faust must go for more Fausts. You know what? Go right ahead. Real-time mode abuse. Deploy the Faust links. Well, I do, man. It wasn't in my bingo card today. I had such a long day today. It wasn't on my bingo card that I'm gonna actually make an enemy of Faust tonight.
외우피 협회는 보통 중요한 일이 아니면 뺏기도 힘든 분들인데 어찌 이런 것을!
Yeah, they're not gonna perceive us as weird. I'm pretty sure of it. Yes. It's not, what is this sassy child screaming in the middle of the room for? Questions is probably the question is going through everyone's minds. We'll have time to ask for autographs later. All right? I had to coax Don Quixote, who was practically quivering from immediately running to them for signatures. Because we had unintentionally become the center of attention from the entire room. the center of a very negative attention.
맙소사, 기어코 그가 돌아오고 말았어요. 워더링 하이츠의 수치인 그 망할 자식이.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, she seems as charming as the captain. It seems Kyoto is once again infatuated with fixers. Dante, when it comes to being the mom of the group, he has developed. He is a manager. He manages.
여전하네, 조세핀.
뻔뻔하게 들어오는 꼬락서니 좀 보라지. 우리 마님이 보신다면 얼마나 기겁하실까.
By the way, I have come to realize that characters actually do have a very English names. Awesome. I'm glad they actually do keep things, you know, in check.
어우, 조세핀 그만 좀 해. 신경 쓰지 마, 히스클리프. 이 광경을 보시면 뒤집어지실 거야. 이 신성한 워더링 하이츠를 불황자들이 점령하고 있다니 기가 찰 노릇이지. 아무렴.
She says as if she says while there is a fucking cult in the other side of the room. There was an old woman in the room who was muttering some choice words at us while staring with eyes full of hatred.
역시 망나니 자식답게 제일 늦게 기어 들어오시는구만. 무슨 자신감으로 이곳을?
조용히 하십시오, 힌들리. 히스클리프, 정말 돌아올 줄은 몰랐는데 캐서린을 잊지 못한 건가? 아직도?
Ooh, direct attack right off the bat. It was clear that the two had both been acquainted with Heathcliff for a while. But the nature of the acquaintance was more of a long-standing hatred stemming from the deep history of contention they shared. One of the two was hardly hiding his hatred, allowing it to fully seize control of his words and actions, but the other one's hatred had sunk deep into his heart, boiling and writhing underneath. Ooh.
내가 뭐 성대한 환영 같은 걸 기대하고 이 저택에 돌아온 건 아니지만 적어도 너희들 면상이나 보려고 온 건 아니야. 그 말대로 난 알맹이는 변하지 않았거든.
Heathcliff shoots back with just as much vitriol. And that is perfectly reasonable if you ask me. Josephine is not very popular amongst Fausts. Fair. You see now why Otis got the butler ID? That crazy Josephine chick is actually the butler ID of Otis? Josephine is so beautiful, and for what? I mean, I like the hair. I like long, messy hair, indeed, but that's all this has going for. And that is a personal preference. Many people prefer short hair. Vulgar and profane Faust has requested that Faust deliver a message upon the arrival of Hidsley. Bro, Faust hates this bit. Perfect idea for Otis. Old and bootly. Man. Are you all gonna get timed out except for Labyrinth tonight? Is that what you want? Faust does not like Linton. Yeah, I don't like them either. So, fun fact, these characters' names are not random. They are from the book, are they? Good. Indeed, these characters are in direct references to the characters from the book Wuthering Heights. Excellent. I see. As though he was always used to this kind of scorn and humiliation. I have to be honest with you. The fact that he has more color than them, by the way, actually, aura. Like, actually, the guy, like, he looks magnificent. Even to these aristocrats, he actually looks magnificent. The man in the black suit turns away as though it would degrade him to even entertain him with an answer. But this man they call Hadley.
이 빌어먹을 자식이! 짐승만도 못할 새끼가!
Wow, he literally is about to burst a vein. Jumped from his seat, his face turning bright red from anger.
또 어디서 이놈이랑 똑같은 것들을 데리고 왔어? 뭐라도 쑤셔볼 심산인가 본데. 어이 너네, 이 자식 정신 좀 차리게 두들겨 패라. 어디 한쪽을 부러뜨리기라도 하면 더 좋고.
There's a cult.
반말 말고 해. 그 보스라는 놈과 너희들을 고용한 건 나야. 그래봤자 어디서 굴러 들어온 개 뼈다구보다 못한 놈들일 거다.
개 뼈? 저자가 무엇 하는 것이오?
Head of bone.
그냥 신나게 두들겨 맞고 싶다는 소리죠. 뭐 그렇게 원하신다면요.
Man, I so fucking love it that Ismail has so much confidence in not a degrading way for everyone else in Limbus now. Okay, a warm welcome from the cult. Excellent. That's what I love to see. You guys are gonna get your asses beat so bad.
정화.
내 뒤.
Heathcliff's passion sense is objectively superior to his slayer Linton's. Indeed. Indeed. Dragon Linton looks sick. See why they're not wearing collars. What? They're not wearing? I mean, they are wearing very dull clothing. Very dull colored clothing. But an astute observation, astute and intelligent Faust. Wait a minute, we have a second Faust on the Faust brigade over here. Oh, what the? Hello, guy, lovely guy for Faust. Welcome to the stream. You summoned the entire Faust squad. I told you it wasn't in my bingo card to make an enemy of the Faust function tonight. It seems a lesser Faust has attempted to impersonate lovely and guileful Faust. Really? On a side note, I hit level 120 in the battle pass today. Good. I hit 100.
내 뒤.
Collider, the Faust who called Utisol to say hi. Sure. Well, hello, I guess. Spidey got the Faust mask. Hello, Backrow. Welcome to the stream. Why are so many Fausts here? Long story, man. Yeah, the Faust scored. I kinda kicked the, you know, yeah, I kinda kicked the hornet's nest. Yeah. This one guy? Okay.
가정없이 몰아칠 테니.
무쳐 잠들어.
Nice. So the final hit on Heathcliff Cinema. Collider alerted the horde. Yep.
좋아. 이제 살을 발라 뼈다구로 만들어주지.
Goddamn. A casual yet powerful voice booms across the hall, immediately breaking the tension in the room.
잠깐 물 좀 마시라고 갔다 온 동안 무슨 난장판이 벌어진 거야?
Well, it took you quite a while to get water. Did you drink the entire fucking source?
저택은 또 빌어먹게도 넓어서 차라리 우물에서 물을 길어오는 게 나을 뻔했네.
보스, 손님이 옵니다.
It's a massive accomplishment to make to be able to make every mirror world Faust mad at you. Thank you. I beg to differ. So that's their boss.
예. 걸음걸이나 한눈에 느껴지는 기색으로 보아 전투에 꽤나 능숙한 경험이 있는 자 같습니다.
Yeah, thank you, dear.
마침 잘 왔다. 네 잡졸들은 영 시원찮아. 이런 시정잡배 같은 놈들한테나 얻어맞아서 주저앉고 있었다니까. 자, 본때를 보여줘.
내가 아무래도 부하들 교육을 잘못 시켰나 보네.
The boss confidently strode towards Heathcliff. Then, what? What did gave him a playful smack on the back of his head? How did he do that? How did he got behind him?
마! 오랜만에 고향에 왔으면 말이야. 제일 먼저 형님한테 째깍째깍 인사를 박았어야지.
Huh?
너희 뭐냐? 얼른 예의 갖춰서 인사 박아라.
This was your gang? The red eyes.
뭐야? 설마
The man waded past both the aftermath of the brawl and the heavy tension that filled the manor like he was out on a scroll. On a stroll. Scroll. My English isn't Englishing. He just walked into the middle of it all, then put his arm around Heathcliff's shoulder. It was the kind of friendly gesture that only someone who's known Heathcliff for a long, long time could do. Hello, Verified. Welcome to the stream.
당연한
to 6,
결과죠.
heartbreaking.
저는
Yeah, pretty much.
선택받았으니까.
Catherine.
그렇겠죠?
Can we finally meet her?
매튜 형님?
It seems all of the other files are gathered here to storm this chat room. Yeah, you see, Faust, proactive, resourceful Faust. I got a little bit irritated, and that just so happens that a misunderstanding, resulted from that.
그래 임마. 네가 조직을 얼마나 오랫동안 떠나 있었으면 그 악명 높은 미친 토끼 새끼라 알아보는 놈들이 하나도 없냐?
Colette, you're in a lot of trouble. Hey, you are the guys who, you are the ones who actually made me mad first. I actually just acted upon emotion, which it's what I do, really. You're cooked, Collider. Well, it is what it is.
미친 토끼 새끼?
There was no misunderstanding as far as Faust are aware. You know what? Be like that, okay?
저놈이랑 옛날부터 아는 사이였냐? 왜 미리 얘기를 안 했지?
그거야 뭐. 옛날에 끈끈하고 땀내 나는 이야기까지 듣고 싶어 하실 줄은 몰랐어서.
형님은 왜 이놈이랑 아니 그것보다 그럼 이 가면 모양 토끼기? 데드래비츠?
우리가 좀 많이 변했지? 한쪽 어깨에 대충 두른
B-Corp
스카프와
gang. Okay.
외상으로 마신 맥주 한 병만 있었으면 그 망할 아담스 패밀리들 따윈 아무것도 아니었지. 네 별명으로 이름이 붙은 맥주도 있었잖아. 그 집은 몇 주 전에 문 닫았어. 요새 흉흉한 소문 때문에 길거리에 나다니는 사람이 있어야 말이지. 말이 돼?
I'm supposed to be reading the game, but I cannot stop reading the comments. Who needs the middle one? Faust never forgets. Correct. Stupid and pitiful Faust was not, in fact, not invited. Fair. That's a lot of Fausts. Yeah! There's two lovely Fausts for some reason. A mirror's mirror, I guess. A reflection's reflection. Okay, so where were we? We even named one of them beers after you. We didn't we? The pub we used to sell. The pub. Britain, my beloved. The pub that used to sell the beer closed shop a few weeks ago. Ain't got much business around with the dreadful rumor keeping everyone home nowadays.
뭐?
British.
늑대 모야
Yep.
펍이 망했다고?
Why? How? Man, we're Britishing with this one. Not his favorite pub, man. No, the worst thing you can ever do to a British man.
나만 아는 이야기를 해버렸네. 뭐 소개를 해주자면 이쪽은 옛날에 내가 몸담았던 조직의 보스.
야, 동료들인가? 호련히 사라지더니만 멀끔한 회사에 취직이라도 했냐?
뭐 어쩌다 보니.
그 아들도 많이 생겼네. 걸어다니는 시계도 생기고. 아하하, 자식. 출세했는데.
우와?
Yeah, you know what? Let him have it. After all the bullying he's getting, you can, we can, we can roll a bit for it. I would say. Ismail glared at Heathcliff with a look that could kill. Of course she did. But she decided to hold her silence and merely shook her head in disbelief. She probably decided that it was not worth the trouble. I mean... be the wingman you have never been to anyone, Ismail. For once.
그런데 왜 이런 가면을 쓰고 다니게 된 거야, 형님?
왜? 이상하냐? 유행이라는 거는 매일 바뀌는 거야. 어깨에 토끼가 그려진 스카프를 매던 시기는 지났단 거지.
그런 거야? 내가 보기엔 좀...
Damn, I hope they find a cure someday. Yeah. Being British is suffering, guys. It's not something you play with, okay? It's not something you joke about.
당연히 아니지. 우리 데드레 비치가 어디 샌님들처럼 유행 따라갔던 허접한 조직은 아니잖아. 너 정말 한 번도 돌아온 적이 없구나.
이 저택을 그리고 데드레비치까지 떠나고 나서 적어도 성공해서 내 발로 돌아오기 전까진 다시는 어설픈 발걸음조차 하지 않겠다고 결심했거든.
하긴 너는 우리랑 어울리고 있었을 때에도 이것을 혐오스러워했지. 있었냐, 히스클리프? 우린 이제 뒷골목에서나 쏘다니던 갱단들이랑은 급이 달라졌어.
I bet you're trying not to laugh right now, Collider, because of the chat. Yes. Like I said, that Rabbit's boss is best boy, so British. Indeed. He is. He is really selling the role perfectly, yeah.
드디어 우리도 출세라는 걸 한 것이랄까? 약지 출신이었던 자가 우릴 눈여겨봤거든. 덕분에 이젠 몸집도 더 불어났고 꽤 잘 나가는 조직이 되었지.
약지? 손가락 중 하나?
What?
약지 중에서도 야수파 출신인가? 이런 시시껄렁한 동물 가면을 씌우는 건 그놈들 뿐이겠지.
Oh no. We're gonna have to face one of the fingers again. Bro, why are you trying to laugh, bro? I see you on the stream trying not to laugh, bro. That's disrespectful as shit, bro. Yeah. Yeah. How shameful of me. I love how he's so charismatic and then the ID we get for him is Mersault. Mersault was chosen for this ID? Beefing with the middle, the thumb, now the ring. Yep. You don't have to worry too much, Collider. No, definitely. Every time I see the ID, I assume the Rose Spanner Workshop ID, bro. Collider laughs at the British suffering slide. Yeah. Can't help it. Marshall Dead Rabbit's boss. Bro, Dead Rabbit's Marshall looks sick. Yes, but he's not really the charismatic one, would you say? We're collecting vendettas like the Infinity Stones. Indeed. I'm glad actually. I mean, when it comes to look, reminder again, if you rethink about it, my D, literally whenever he enters his undying mode, it's literally called Vendetta. So, yeah.
그럼 형님이
wait a minute. The Pop History. Oh, I did read that. Okay.
그래 임마. 데드래비츠 최고 보스가 되셨다.
형님, 우리가 마시던 맥주가 3병이 넘어갈 때마다 중얼거리던 말이 있었어. 기억나?
썩어가는 밀로 만든 싸구려 맥주였어, 이스클리프. 기억나는 건 다음날에 깨질 것 같은 두통과 텅빈 주머니였지.
형님 밑에 있는 놈들은 그 누가 됐던 간에 아무리 갓들어온 신참내기였다 하더라도 어디서 얻어맞고 오면 자신이 맞은 것처럼 아프고 화가 난다고 했었지.
Man, that wide smile on Heathcliff. I've never seen him actually so happy.
난 형님이 언젠간 정말 잘 될 거라고 생각했어.
뭐? 내가 술만 들어가면 폼 있는 말을 곧잘 짓거리곤 했지.
역시 매추 형님이 맞구나. 가면을 쓰고 있어서 그런지 다른 사람이 된 줄 알았어.
하! 보고 있으니까 기가 차 죽겠군. 감동적인 재회에 찬물을 끼얹게 되어서 무척이나 송구스럽습니다만.
I'm surprised he tolerated it this far.
결국 니놈이 길거리를 돌아다니면서 거렁뱅이 짓거리나 하면서 몇 년을 보내는 동안 매트, 이자는 출세했다는 거지. 동시에 지금은 내 경호인이기도 하고 말이야. 알아들어?
Collider, you should totally read Distortion Detective after Leviathan too. I wish someone told me before I played Canto 7. I was so confused. Okay, well, again, I need someone to remind me that before we do it. Before I get to Canto 7 then.
이놈같이 이름도 알려지지 않은 싸구려 양아치들이 모인 집단이 아니라
I could think of more than a few sinners who would have gotten angry enough to brandish their weapons at such an insult. But they all seem to remember that responding to such insults with violence only begot pointless turmoil. So instead they all began sighing heavily in an attempt to vent some of their pent-up anger. Character development, baby! Yes! Yes!
힌들리, 아직도 나를 마구 짓밟고 조롱하고 개처럼 부려먹어도 되는 그 시절 겨울인 줄로 아는 것 같은데. 물론 옛날엔 힌들리, 네 놈의 그 더러운 말을 내뱉는 혓바닥을 잘라버리는 상상을 수도 없이 했었지. 하지만
But he learned from Ismael. Vengeance is not the way, so he didn't came here for that tonight. Heathcliff glanced briefly in our direction.
나 같은 놈도 어딘가에 속해서 여기저기 돌아다니고 다른 놈들 보면서 배워가는 게 있어서 말이야.
Wow. Man, Heathcliff is a real one. God damn it.
지금은 그냥 불쌍하네.
Looking down on him, yes.
뭐?
Oh, get fucked.
네 놈은 하나도 안 변한 것 같아서. 그리고 너 꼬라지가 그게 뭐냐? 길거리를 떠돌다가 기어들어온 건 내가 아니라 너 같은데?
Exactly.
뭐? 이 건방진 놈이!
아까부터 욕지거리만 퍼붓고 있긴 하지만 저자
Yeah, kind of bold for him to actually keep insulting people who actually are armed.
뭐라고 하고 싶은 마음조차도 들지 않는 건
야, 너 일주일 동안 거울 한 번이라도 보긴 한 거냐? 차마 눈 뜨고는 못 봐줄 정도인데 힌들리.
Though I did wish I read it before. Well, I need to keep it in mind. It's spoiler friendly. Yeah, well, I need to keep it in mind in order to actually read it. Yeah. There's really no need. Never read DD and understood it all just fine. Just help with the secret juicy lore drop about the city. I mean, I don't mind it as long as it's the right time for me to actually get into these lore drops. You know. Imagine Dawn from the first canto here. She would have gone spear happy. She wasn't really so. She was happy-go-lucky and she really pursued justice. I don't think she was the more vengeful one. Someone like Ryosho would have snapped here, I believe. Reading distortion deving makes the hype and aura moments more hype and aura. Well, I do have to read it. Well, DD introduces a lot of concepts and explains them with slightly more depth, so it's still a good read if you just want lore. But excluding that, it's a good read in and of itself. Okay, I'll make sure to read it on stream once we are done with Canto 6. Stumbling drunk hobo looking saying we are the pathetic ones. Yeah, he really hasn't looked himself in the mirror now, does he? By the way, DD takes place after LobCorp and before Ruina. Oh, in between, okay. She stabbed Ryosho in the first canto. Yes, but Dawn didn't stab Ryosho out of the fact that she got angry at Ryosho. She stabbed Ryosho because Ryosho literally murdered people in cold blood. And that was enough justification for her to take action as the hero she perceives herself to be. So, she isn't the one to throw a fit of anger. She's the one to act rashly on something that she believes has to be done when it comes to injustice. I don't think she would actually just lunge at the guy just because she got insulted. She has been insulted many times before. More so than most sinners, actually. The only one rivaling her, actually not even rivaling, unfortunately, that sinner has surpassed her entirely. It's actually, as a matter of fact, Heathcliff. Of course, we had no way of knowing what Hidley looked like in the past, but we could pretty easily tell that he was far from the most stable person in the room.
이 새끼가!
핸들리 씨, 진정하고 소파에 앉지 그래? 우리 애들은 자리가 모자라는 바람에 그 푹신해 보이는 가죽 소파에도 못 앉고 있는데 말이야.
Hidley grumbled, for a moment before slamming down on a sofa. Good, sit there. And even that simple action was stumbling and pathetic.
뻔하네. 술에 먹힌 거야. 그것도 어마어마하게 크고 독한 술통에.
배에서 몇 번 본 적 있어요. 그러다가 헤어나오지 못하면 그냥 호수에 빠지는 거죠. 흔적도 없이.
Okay, I see. So he's an alcoholic. Also, why did Gregor actually say it almost as if she has experience with that shit?
뭐 일단은 내 고용주니까.
Ironically, Ryosho is one of the least troublemakers in the bus. Yes, but not in the beginning. I'm pretty sure every time she got pissed, she was the one to, always step up. Not really take action, but she would always reply to it. Ryosho may be extremely violent, but she respects Dante's no. Indeed.
사정이 있어서 핸들리 씨와 같이 일하는 중이야. 서자의 부탁으로 저택까지 오게 됐지.
부탁? 애초에 이 자리는 캐서린이 주최한 연회잖아. 그런데 무슨 부탁을 할 게 있다는 건데?
연회? 시간이 지나도 변하지 않는 게 여기 하나 있네. 그 아둔하고 쓸모없는 이놈의 대가리 말이야.
Damn, they instantly found one thing in order to, you know, to get the upper hand again.
인들리, 제발 그만하게 부탁이니. 내 저택에서 그런 지저분한 말이나 듣고 싶지 않아.
네 저택이 아니라 내 저택이다, 린튼. 내 저택! 네가 갖지 않은 농락으로 훔쳐간 내 저택! 우리 아버지가 내게 물려주신 고귀하고 명망 높은 이 워더링 하이츠를! 네놈의 그 에드가라는 잘난 가문에서 내어주신 저택만으로는 모자랐던 거냐?
Okay, I get the feeling that we shouldn't be here.
에드가 가문?
소리 지르고 때를 써서 물건을 뺏어갈 나이는 이제 지났네.
Why is he so pale? Is he actually sick? He has tuberculosis.
금방이라도 숨이 넘어갈 것 같은 새끼 주제에 어딨어!
힌들리 씨, 물러나십시오.
개만도 못한 충성심을 가진 놈들. 몇 년 전까지 너희들이 받들던 주인은 나였다. 기억은 나냐?
그만하세요, 힌들리님. 힌들리 언쇼 쪽에 남아있는 버틀러들은 이제 없다는 거 아시잖아요. 자, 너희들도 이 자리에서 더 이상 소란을 일으키고 싶은 건 아니겠지?
알겠습니다, 넬리님.
They were about to go to a war? What the... Man. No wonder everyone hates this guy. I mean, his alcoholic, you know, addiction really has made him a very unlikable person. And all of his butlers left him for it. Well deserved. I love how people talk to us as if we are a bunch of nobodies when Yi Sang and Hong Lo are with us. True, true. I get the feeling that many people do not really bother to know who's who. Like, everyone is so... It makes sense, actually. Everyone is so full of themselves that they do not actually read the news. They do not really bother with, you know, who's who. Like, it's always like me. Me. And nobody actually knows who's who as a result. Because everyone is focused on themselves all the time. Which makes sense. Gregor's a war vet. He must have seen lots of ex-soldiers with no place left in the world drowning in alcohol. I was assuming that he himself will struggle with it for a time. Coughing baby versus hydrogen baby. After a brief silence, Heathcliff finally brought up the question he'd been stewing for so long.
캐서린은 어디 있는 거야, 넬리?
Finally, he mustered up the courage.
알잖아, 캐서린은 시끄러운 걸 못 견뎌 했어. 이렇게 많은 손님이 자기 집 한복판에서 소리라도 지른다면.
그랬지.
나 아까부터 캐서린의 기분에 상하게 하고 싶지 않아서 계속 목소리를 낮추고 있단 말이야. 슬슬 참기 어렵다고.
Oh, that's why he's so calm. Okay. What? There was a look of unfathomable, immeasurable grief on both Linton and Nellie. Hindley was absent-mindedly mumbling some foul language at the ceiling, and Heathcliff probably sensed from this ineffably dark and ominous silence that something was terribly wrong. It was setting in for us as well. After all we've been through in this journey, this kind of silence was all too familiar.
캐서린은 대체 왜 안 나오고 있는 건데? 표정은 왜들 다 그따위고?
미안, 히스클리프. 나는...
What?
미안하다는 말을 왜... 왜 하냐고!
히스클리프, 나는 이 분위기의 배경이 되는 사실을 유추할 수 있다.
Man, Mersault stepping in without anyone telling him to. Character development, baby.
그러므로 통상적인 표현으로서 너에게 지금 매우 유감이라는 말을 전할 수밖에 없다.
아니, 아!
Oh, no fucking way. No fucking way. She's already dead. We didn't even get the chance to see her. I love how in the beginning of this the beginning of the stream I'm like, yeah, if it's the heartbreaking, then she probably will die. Well, fuck me, Sherlock. I actually was so close. She's already fucking dead.
알아듣게 얘기해봐 좀.
이걸 너에게 어떻게 전해야 할지. 캐서린 아가씨는 여기 없어.
Motherfucker! Of course, man. Fuck me. So yeah, I didn't want to say how accurate you were in the sum of your predictions. Man, I hate it. Labris, listen to me, man. And literally everyone in the stream, okay? There is a debuff when you become a writer. What is that debuff, you ask? Well, let me tell you something. You think to yourself, I like it when I sit down and write my worlds and my characters, and I, well, try to digest every single individual aspect of basically every concept of both world and obviously personalities, and bring about a lively story. And once you do that once you do that twice, once you do that thrice, you come to realize that you have become basically a medium for every fucking scenario out there. Literally, it's difficult for you to actually get surprised, because you already know, you are already a writer yourself. Not to say that there are no surprising things, but sometimes I genuinely hate that I can predict things. They didn't tell me that when I started writing, by the way. How many times have I watched a movie and I have turned to my friend, whoever is present at the time, and I'm like, hey, this will happen. And he's like, nah, man, shut up. What are you talking about? No, that doesn't make any sense. Literally what I say happens. Oh my god, how did you know? Well, after a certain situation, there is only, once you break down everything, you come to realize that there is only a few ways things will go down. To be fair, Yisang and Honglo are known for the most part. Yisang because he was working for the League and not himself. Honglo more than likely hiding his identity. Fair. She went to farm upstate. Maybe she's just sleeping. Oh, definitely. Eternally sleeping, that is. Pattern recognition. Yep. I mean, there is like overall only 6 different types of story plots out there. Yep. PM did a lot of work to hide it though. It had a lot of breadcrumbs without being too on the nose. Okay, I probably missed those breadcrumbs. At the end of the day, it was my pattern recognition. But I didn't actually catch the breadcrumbs because if you were to ask me, okay, so what made you suspicious that she's probably dead? I cannot give you literally a single explanation through the game because I didn't catch any of that. The only thing that I did catch is what I have seen from other works of fiction as well as my own. and obviously the title heartbreaking. Like, that alone actually speaks volumes, and you already know, like, when it comes to something that is, you know, breaking your heart, it definitely means lost love. So it can only be a few certain things. Every book is a remix of the dictionary. You're absolutely right about that. Every book is a remix of the dictionary. If you think about it, a dictionary has literally all the words out there. Rags to riches, riches to rags, tragedy, man in hall, Icarus, Cinderella, and Oedipus. Yep. Indeed. Indeed. I mean, one of the early signs you would have been how every time Heathcliff asked about Kathy, Nell always seemed to pivot the conversation to something else, avoiding it. I mean, he didn't ask it straight up so far, so I could argue that she was too much in her La La Land. I do not really know Nellie's personality very well for me to actually understand if it was just her, you know, avoiding the subject or... Yeah. Catherine wrote the letter, but no one came to greet him. Nellie avoided talking about Kathy. Hidley and Lytton didn't mention Kathy a single time as if she was alive. Yeah, true. The signs were there, building up to it. I'm so glad that I actually... man, thank you, Labris, for actually asking me this question in the beginning of this stream. Because literally, I had given the answer before any of these signs. Lytton and Hidley also kept talking about the mansion as if that was their house, not Kathy. True. That was a very huge indication. But that was the question I wanted to ask right before this reveal. But I didn't got the chance to. I do not understand the family tree. So I wanted to ask, right before this revelation, who's Kathy exactly? And how much of this manor actually belongs to her? And how much of this manor belongs to these other two guys? From what I understand, Linton is like a foster brother, a foster sibling. Like, I don't understand. I don't really get it. Hidley's sister. Okay, so Hidley is Catherine's actual brother. Rest revealed later. Okay, fair. Every fucking time calling it. Just keep reading. I will. Okay, you'll figure out the whole lot on the family tree soon enough. Fair.
여기 없다는 게 어떤...
캐서린은 죽었다.
Fuck. How? Who? Actually, who? We need to get vengeance on this motherfucker. Write him down on the book of vengeance. I am Shive. Sorry, brother. We can fuck up a lot of things. When I say fuck up, I mean literally pummel them to dust. But death is not one of them. Lytton looked up at Heathcliff. His eyes were bloodshot.
자네 말대로 얼굴 보는 것도 불쾌하기만 했던 우리가 이곳에 왜 다 모여 있다고 생각하는 건가?
Now explain. Now I should have guessed it. The reason why he wears all black and he doesn't have any color. Fuck, that was another indicator. It's a sign of mourning. Again, if you read the book, you'll know like 70% of the whole story. Yeah, I'm so glad that I didn't go to read the book. I will be far more interested to see this version of events and then actually read the actual story, you know, once I get the chance. Book Heathcliff dug Kathy's corpse to look at her and nothing more, thankfully. No! Why did you tell me that? First of all, why did you spoil me? Even though, well, it is an old book, I understand that, so fair's fair, but hey, man, come on now. It's like in first person, yeah. After a brief discussion amongst Administrator Faust has come to the decision to bar on your slide against Faust just this once. Well, fair, Fausts. I appreciate it, truly. That being said, for the sake of not having any, you know, conundrums in the future, just try not to, you know, well, speak ill of Hooties, pretty please. That's all I really ask. That's literally my boundaries. That's not a spoiler. Oh, it's parallel. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. It's a very small, minor point in the book. Believe it. Okay, the book represents Heathcliff's behavior. I see.
무슨 미친 소리를.
Who the fuck? The Ufi Association Director. Fixers of the Ufi Association who have remained oh, these are the fixers? Oh, who have remained silent throughout the entire commotion suddenly spoke up.
약속한 시간이 다 되었습니다. 고인 캐서린님의 혈연인 힌들리 언쇼 씨. 고인 캐서린의 남편이었던 린튼 에드가 씨.
The spouse! She chose him? Oh no! No! My boy, no! Heathcliff, no! Man, I cannot. I can't help how man, I cannot help how much I resonate with my boy Heathcliff. Fuck! UP Association of Professionals in Contracts. What contract do you think they are here for? Burial? Keep going. Yes, okay, I'll keep going. Linton might be hated. Yeah.
마지막으로 유언에서 언급되었던 히스클리프 씨.
Mr. Heathcliff, a nobody, but for some reason she wanted you here.
이렇게 모두가 한 자리에 모였으니 집행을 시작할 조건이 충족되었습니다.
Oh, they are here for the... I see.
이제 의뢰자 캐서린님의 유언 집행을 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 우리는 캐서린님의 엄숙한 장례식에서 고인의 바람대로 캐서린님이 소유한 저택에서 유언장을 낭독 후
Man, I didn't anticipate that we came here for a fucking funeral. I just assumed that we were supposed to actually find some sort of... Look, in my mind, I was considering that you were supposed to unravel some mystery happening in the manor with probably her brother or some other relative that one way or another they actually just, you know, meddled with powers that they shouldn't have. Obviously, the Golden Bough would have something to do with it. Things would go bullshit. Catherine would die in the process. We would secure the Golden Bough, but poor Heathcliff would have to live with the, you know, would have to live with the grief of not being able to save Catherine. And that was basically in the back of my mind how things would have turned out. I got half of that right. I did anticipate, you know, Catherine to die. I didn't anticipate that we came here for a funeral. You see, that's what I say. That's what I meant when I say you cannot predict everything. You can predict only major plot points. You cannot predict the you know, the way these plot points actually derive. You know what I mean? Close, but not exactly right. Fair enough, yeah. Welcome to Romance in the PM universe. Oh, the greatest card, yes. Hidley doesn't even give a shit that his sister died. He only wants the house. That is so fucking heartless, by the way. Roland is a very happy man, for example. Yes, yes. going to be big.
잠깐만. 너 나불거리지 말고 잠깐 멈춰봐.
Yeah, I understand him. He didn't have literally minutes in order to process what has happened.
누구의 장례식이라고? 그리고 누구의 남편이라는 거야?
Oh yeah, there is also that. Oops. The man they called Linton rose from his seat for the first time since we arrived here.
네가 말도 없이 이곳에서 사라진 뒤 캐서린은 곧바로 내게 왔다.
That is why her brother actually was pissed. He became a spouse to Catherine, and now he also has rights to Catherine's possessions.
우리는 부부였어. 매일매일 행복하고 충만한 날들을 보냈지. 그녀가 숨을 거두는 마지막 날까지.
Oh, fuck. Don't tell me. The actual book actually goes about it the same way. There is some guy, Linton, who actually raises Catherine instead of Heathcliff. Fuck.
개소리하지 마. 난 이 저택에 발걸음을 한 순간부터 캐서린이 날 부르는 소리를 들었어. 그녀가 이 저택에 있다는 걸 느낄 수 있었단 말이야. 그런데 무슨 말도 안 되는 소리 하는 거야? 이 개자식들이 작정하고 꾸민 일이 분명해. 그렇지 않고서 이렇게.
Yeah. Everything was going too smoothly. Obviously, there should have been something for him to lose his shit. This is far worse than This is far worse than. Yes, both Sinclair and Ismail actually. They had to deal with traumas from the past. He has to deal with trauma going live. Heathcliff paused for a moment, struggling to find the words.
끝날 리가 없어.
I give greetings. Hello, hello, Malfaust. Welcome. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Man, that is heartless, man. Shut the hell up. It's oh no, it's not. It's much worse in the book. You should see who Heathcliff ends up marrying. He does end up marrying someone. Please tell me he doesn't. What I'm about to say. Don't tell me he. Don't tell me he marries her brother or some shit. Not to. No, by the way, not genuine offense for people who are actually, you know, shifting towards that sexual orientation, but do not fuck it up altogether, please. Little, why are you trying to rage bait, bro? Is he rage baiting? Everyone is much more horrible in the book, TLDR. Oh man. Take a moment to look up the family tree for Heathcliff. I will. He marries Lincoln's sister. Doesn't sound that bad. Except if it's actually not a good character. You know what? I will reserve judgment for when I read the book.
내 눈앞에 그녀의 시체라도 갖다 놔. 그래야 좀 믿어볼 신용이라도 할 테니까.
못 봐주겠군. 장례식에서 고인에 대한 최소한의 예의를 갖추고 애도는 못할 망정.
Yeah, okay, shut up now and die of tuberculosis, you fuck. He has every right to actually burst the nerve himself right here, considering the fact that this place actually has a very horrible atmosphere from the get-go. And to top it all off, the guy generally didn't anticipate how bad things were here after he left.
헤스클리프, 네 기분은 알겠으니까 진정하고 자리에.
와! 누구 마음대로 죽었다는 거야? 캐시를 보기 전까지는.
경고합니다. 지속적인 유언 집행 방해가 이어질 시 무력을 사용해서라도 유언 집행을 진행할 수밖에 없습니다.
Wait a minute. These guys actually are they have been paid so much money in order to make sure that under any circumstances the execution of the will actually be, be ensured? Is that what they are about?
닥쳐! 아무것도 모르는 새끼가 멋대로 짓거리지 말라고!
Wow. Man, that's some voice acting.
닥쳐! 아무것도 모르는 새끼가 멋대로 짓거리지 말라고!
Damn. Heathcliff was gasping. The sheer momentousness of the emotion overwhelmed him. It looked as though he was about to lunge at anyone who even dared to get close. Man, what are we supposed to do? I could hardly tell whether it was sorrow or wrath that came over him. Yeah, I still believe that he's more of a wrath sinner.
히스클리프, 너야말로 거울을 좀 보지 그래. 꼴이 말이 아니군.
Man, fuck this guy.
역시 태생부터 글러먹은 새끼는 아무리 그럴듯한 옷을 주워 입어도 결국 티가 나긴 마련이거든. 그리고 장례식 절차상 좋든 싫든 곧 캐서린의 시체를 볼 수 있을 테니 너무 재촉하지 말라고. 날 이런 꼴로 만들어 놓고 얼마나 편안하게 눈을 감고 있는지 나도 직접 봐야 하겠으니까.
Slightest provocation, the fact that her sister died. Also, wow, I can't wait to see how well she's resting after what she's done to me. Man. You're such a delightful person, alright. He marries Linton's sister after the sole reason to spite Linton and makes her life a living hell. What the fuck? Hello, Janet. Welcome to stream. He only does it revenge and causes them all to suffer, including his own son, just because he ends up resembling Linton. Okay. That's Ufi, yeah. Like I said, Ufi Association treats contracts as law. They will actually execute the whole of one side party if they if they don't keep to the contracts. Oh.
힌들리님, 히스클리프님, 두 분 다 지금 당장 자리에 앉아주실 것을 명령합니다. 이것은 최종 경고입니다.
관리자 나리, 우리가 어쩌면 좋겠는가? 웨오피 협회 나리들은 계약 불이행에 관해선 필요에 따라 처형까지 할 수 있는 사람들이란 말이오.
Oh, yeah, you would know because you admire fixers, huh?
본인은 히스클리프 군이 처형당하는 것도 싫고 웨오피 협회 나리들이랑 싸우는 것도 싫소.
I agree with Don Quixote. There is no need for us to get involved in an unnecessary conflict, but I don't think Heathcliff's going to listen to us. I don't even know if there is anyone who can talk Heathcliff down when he's that agitated. There was! Catherine! Well, we lost our trap card. We cannot even say, hey, Heathcliff, you should probably calm down. Catherine wouldn't be happy seeing you like this. Well, we cannot longer do that kind of thing now, can we?
경고는 여기까지입니다.
Fuck. Yep. We had no choice but to watch as fixers of the Ufi Association struck Heathcliff with their weapons. He fell on his knees with a painful cry. Okay, Yoshini's time. I actually got nothing. Fuck. Your suicide? I wanted to say your funeral, but it doesn't make sense, obviously. Yesterday's soup? I don't know. Heathcliff's VA did brilliant job this canto. It's not just the screams and despair, but all the swallowed back tears, all the muffled emotions, cries escaping at the back of the throat, silent gasps. Yeah, that's voice acting. Fun fact, Heathcliff's VA is a streamer. I know. He has actually also done a couple of interviews with a couple of VTubers, yes. The VA fits Heathcliff. He only started doing VA because he was simming a girl. I know. You stop. Ah, okay, that's what she says. Yesterday's soup! Ah, we still have our mind on the baker. I see.
말씀하시오.
그 이상 아니다.
그럼에도 말씀하시오.
이상하군. 너희 그대로 멈춰.
Huh?
이자를 대신에 할 말이 있으십니까?
라고 말할 뻔했지만 그냥 가만히 있는 게 좋을 거라고 마음을 바꿨습니다. 그렇지?
Nah, bruh. No. I don't think that passes. I appreciate the fact that you're trying to keep things calm, though.
뭘 하는 거지, 벌량?
Bug guy. Bug guy. Definitely it's bug guy. Come on. Definitely, come on. I am learning Russianese very well. I did yep. Yes. Yes.
요슈, 같은 수감자가 눈앞에서 그렇게 얻어맞은 것에 대해서 충분히 분노할 만하다고 생각해. 하지만
Man.
당신까지 나서버리면 걷잡을 수 없이 커져버릴 거라고. 일이.
Now that's the yes I wanted to hear. Yeah, I mean, eventually I will say it. It's part of my part of my character to actually try to acknowledge things in such ways. Didn't know you cared so much about Heathcliff, Ryoshu.
말 더
Not care. No. Nothing. No one cares. No. Fuck. And Claire. Come on. No clockhead? Never cooked? Never cared? Never cared. Could be never cared. Never cared. Come on. Please tell me. Labris, is it never cared? It must be. Oh, no comment. I see. I was reading your comment and you wrote not comment. So I chillingly was like, wait a minute. Why don't you give me the answer? I got fooled. Ryoshu flicked her cigarette indifferently, as though she was no longer interested. No comment. Poor Heathcliff. There goes the awesome clothes. Heathcliff stumbled to his feet with a club in his hand. Who was keeping his club this entire time, glaring at everyone that stood before him?
최초 대응만으로 협조하지 않으시는 겁니까? 1분 내로 무기를 내려놓지 않을 경우 그 다음 절차를 이행하겠습니다.
절차고 나발이고 그녀를 보여주지 않으면 이사 너희도 나랑 같이 뒤지는 거야.
Heathcliff.
다물어 시계 대가리! 지금 회사가 규칙이고 알바냐? 빨리 생각하지 마.
Wow. I mean, technically speaking, his world crumbled before him if you consider that Catherine was his world.
전 아무 말도 못하겠어요. 눈앞에서 소중한 사람이 죽었다는 걸 알게 되면 아무것도 안 보여요.
Was your
들리지도 않고요.
was your family not important enough, or
있지, 히스. 지금 엄청 화나고 답답한 건 알겠어. 하지만 이대로 가면 우리는
Rhodia is the only one who can actually say a word of reason right now because he's the sinner of wrath. But he will not listen now, will he?
닥쳐! 다 입 다물고 건들지 마. 집박살나고 싶은 게 아니라면.
Wow.
스클리프, 한숨 자고 일어나자.
What? How did you do that?
방금 맨손으로 스클리프를 눕힌 거야?
How did she?
게다가 꿀밤 한 방으로?
호흡은 정상적이다. 뒤통수에 위치한 맥에 정확한 충격을 줘서 의식을 잠시 잃게 한 것 같군.
Wow.
전혀 군더더기 없는 동작이었어요. 익숙한 움직임이라고 해야겠죠? 마치 저희 집안에
Your family is like that?
스클리프 군이 한 번에 불썩 가였네만.
I'm not sure if Kyoto actually admires Heathcliff to the point where she actually is genuinely surprised how this juggernaut just fell like nothing, like it was nothing, or that she's actually terrified of Nelly now.
이 정도의 기술은 가지고 있어야 진정한 버틀러라고 할 수 있죠. 아이가 안 잔다고 20시간 동안 고집 부리면 누군가는 재워야 하지 않겠어요?
Sure.
난 바로 눕자마자 꿈나라로 갈 수 있네. 정말로.
You know, you're just a child.
자인은 아니더라도 무기를 놓았고 진정된 것을 확인하였으니 잠시 진정 시간을 10분 정도 가진 뒤 이후 계속 진행하겠습니다. 저 넬리님?
넬리님이라니. 편하게 넬리라고 불러주세요.
린튼이라는 분이 데려오신 저 고용인 분들은 한때 이 저택에서 일하셨던 분들인 거죠?
Fun fact, Ufi guy is voiced by Sinclair's VA. Sinclair's senior number is 11, or Ufi in Swiss German. Oh, nice. If someone important died, bro, your whole family died. Exactly, twice, exactly. Now that's a fun fact I didn't know. They became clankers, though. Indeed, they did. Nelly has implemented the use of her signature Sleepy Snack. Sleepy Smack. Hey, so if you call it Sleepy Snack, it's a good code name too. And they both Dawn and Hefty value some sort of justice and loyalty. Yeah, my friends all disagree with me when I say Nelly is a fraud. I still haven't seen enough of her in order to know.
맞아요. 캐서린 아가씨를 따라서 저랑 같이 따라온 언쇼가 버틀러들이 몇몇 있죠. 물론 린투님이 부리는 버틀러들은 원래 있던 에드가 가문 버틀러들이 대다수긴 하지만요.
그럼 린튼 씨가 명령만 내린다면 넬리님도 저희를...
Excuse me, what? Somebody from there like myself. Oh.
그게 무슨 말도 안 되는... 저는 캐서린님의 직속 버틀러였어요.
Oh. That's nice to hear. He was actually afraid he will get knocked out himself. I see.
린튼 도련님이 아무리 제 바지가랑이를 붙잡고 애걸복걸해도 제가 린튼 도련님의 편만 들 수는 없다는 거죠.
Ooh, so she has free will. Now that is a very, very, very luxurious thing to have.
저희 근데 버틀러가 정확히 어떤...
버틀러? 말하자면 말이요. 그들은...
Yeah?
집 구석이나 처박혀 주인에게 목줄 잡힌 개들.
Nah.
누구보다 믿음직스럽고 충직한 분들이랄까요?
가문의 해결사들이요.
Well, here comes the comedic relief now. Wow, these are very diverse answers. And the colors are also very diverse now that you think about it, right? House dogs on a leash. Most trustworthy and loyal people. Fixers bound to family. Sure. All of that combined, basically.
정말 잘 알아들었어.
No.
훌륭하더니 고맙다.
No. It would be actually easier to just say that they are, as a matter of fact, all of that combined. Well, I'm glad that I'm not the only one out of the loop for once.
그래도 버틀러에 대해 곧바로 아시는 분도 있네요. 조금은 생소한 개념이라 버틀러 조직 자체를 모르는 분들도 많거든요.
돈 좀
Rare
있는 집에
occupation.
지냈을 테니 보통은 알기 힘들겠지. 아니면 돈 좀 있는 집에 고용되어야만 하는 입장이거나.
뭐 우리 중에 해결사를 좀 많이 좋아하는 자가 있어서.
그렇군요. 우리 히스클리프가 참 총명한 친구들을 도왔네요. 넬리군.
네? Oh, because she praised them for the fixers. Yeah.
내 버스로 다시 돌아간다면 꼭 구하려다 포기해버렸었던 버틀러 피규어를 구해 책장 제일 앞에 세워두리다.
They have figures of fixers? Don Quixote, who says that shit in this desperate world? Don Quixote's eyes were practically exploding with joy at having her fixer obsession positively acknowledged and accepted. For once.
버틀러들은 말이요, 일반 해결사들과는 조금 다른 해결사들이요. 보통 해결사라 하면 협회나 사무소에 소속되어 그때마다 다른 의뢰를 받고 있다만 이들은 다르지. 바로 가문이나 저택에 소속이 되어 일관되고 장기적인 해결사 활동을 한다는 점, 물론 다른 해결사들처럼 한 사람만을 위해 고용되기도 한다오.
Man, you can tell that Nelly really is a really good butler the very moment she actually captivated the child of the group, and well, the child of said group actually got fond of her so fast. Let's hope this will not lead to Quixote going to take a nap anytime soon.
가사와 전투, 돌봄까지 다양한 분야를 도맡는 점도요.
Ah, I see. Why is it always that maids and butlers in anime? Fucking damn it. They're always something with combat related. Oh, they're also a secret spy. Oh, they're also, you know, special forces or some shit. Or something like that.
갖가지 소양을 필요로 하는 아주 힘들고 드문 해결사 직종이랍니다. 그런데 버틀러를 고용하는 건 대단히 어마어마하게 비싸다는 걸로 알고 있네만.
I wouldn't say Sinclair mourned his family as much as the loss of place he can't return to. Yeah, Don's description was the most accurate, I guess. Don is a little special, yeah. It only sucks if you're poor. Yep. So yeah, Don's actually being super smart for once here. For real? I am so used to not actually taking her seriously because she's never smart. So even now, even though she's being smart, I don't realize it enough. Black Lagoon flashbacks. Yep. The city is one of the few places where the trope is utterly necessary. Okay. I see. I mean, it makes sense, but yeah.
맞아요. 고생은 많이 하지만 고용기간 갱신 때마다 어마어마한 보수와 함께 연금과 같은 안정적인 보수까지 보장받으니까요.
Yeah, unlike my job, which we lost our bonuses only recently. Fuck my life.
명망 높은 해결사분 중엔 협회에서 은퇴를 하고 버틀러로 전향하시는 분들도 종종 있죠.
Now that I think about it. Motherfucker! Wait a minute. I work at a hotel. So technically I am a butler, but instead of being in a manor, it's basically for the guests of the entire, well, building. Guys, I'm a butler. Of course, obviously that means that I'm ex, special forces as well, okay? With license to kill, obviously. The aerial plot thickens. Yeah, as I said in the beginning of the stream, things haven't been going well for me this past 10 days. Bonuses being removed is one of them. And me trying to look for another job is another. But regardless, yeah, I'm a butler. From now on, behave as one. Oh, go fuck yourself. I'm not a butler to you.
저는 캐서린 아가씨 가문의
Behave as one, he says.
린튼 도련님과 결혼하시면서 에드가 가문의 버틀러들과 섞이게 되었지만 아주 평화로운 협의를 통해 제가 버틀러들의 대장격인 치프 버틀러가 되었답니다.
How did you actually manage to pass the debate? Usually it goes against you.
그렇구만. 말만 들어도 정말 평화로워 보여.
Oh, yeah, okay. Scratch that.
그러고 보니 이 히스클리프 군도 조그마할 때가 있었다니 상상이 가지 않는 분. 어렸을 때는 어떤 아이였는가?
I cannot believe that we are wasting this 10-minute recess to just, well, I guess kind of screw around. Then again, we do get a couple of information about how life is in the manor.
제가 치프 버틀러까지 될 수 있었던데 큰 이유를 차지하던 금쪽 같은 아이였달까요?
Oh, so basically Heathcliff, from being a trouble child, is the very reason how you actually acquired most of your abilities and ultimately become a chief butler.
참 사랑스러운 아이였어요. 사랑스러운? 그렇구려.
Quixote is just baffled. Oh, it's over. Well, do you know what time of the stream it is? It's time for us to actually say our farewells. Until tomorrow, that is. Because tomorrow I'm waking up at 5 a.m. Yet again, I have the morning shift. Right now, it's 20 minutes before midnight. So, as you can tell, there isn't enough time for me to sleep. But hey. No. Yeah, I know. I wanted to play more too. Don't worry. Tomorrow it's gonna be a far longer stream. Because I'm not gonna have the day after tomorrow. I'm not gonna have the morning shift. I'm gonna have the evening shift, which means that I will have plenty of time to, to stream. So tomorrow's stream is gonna be far bigger. I stumbled on the stream by accident and I like it. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. Have a sub, sir. Thank you. I truly appreciate it, my friend. Well, at least I had fun stream. Yeah. It is the highlight of the day at the end of the day. Actually just screw around playing a game and actually have you guys here, cracking jokes and all. Well, it is truly the highlight of my day. After everything that has been going through, everything that has been going on in my life, the one thing I can say is that, hey, at the very least I streamed and now my mood is uplifted. Thank you all. Damn, so close but understandable. I know, but it's a good point because the 10-minute recess is basically in its own right like a break. Like there isn't really high tensions right now in order for me to keep going. So it is truly the best possible moment to stop. Ooh, this leg massage. Oh yeah. I do actually need a massage.
내일도 좋은 컨디션으로
Well,
임하시길.
thank you all so much for wait a minute, before we are done, we could actually just, you know, take a little bit of time to do the excavation real quick, because why not? There we go. Let's go ahead and do the little bit of the grinding. I'm gonna, if I am to close the stream anyway, I'm gonna have to do the grinding anyway, so it doesn't matter. Collider, I sent you a notice video. Is it a new one? Is it a new one? Discord. Wait, I need to wait for it to open. Excellent, Otis, excellent. Good Faust! Oh no! No! Please tell me they're gone! Please tell me they're gone! Please tell me they didn't show that! I didn't mean to declare war on them again! Oh no! There is a slight possibility they didn't show that. They probably left the stream before. Whew. Okay. Wait. Oh, this video looks awesome. Actually, I want to react to it real quick. Let's finish this real quick. I'm sure I do love when Fel sang Magic Otis and Reindeer Roddy killed my sinners. Yeah. Faust knows all slander. That wasn't slander, that was a direct attack. Not Otis again! Otis, no! I hate the fact that she exclusively shoot on the first shot. Faust. Oh no. I didn't mean to declare war again. Truly the blood speaks for itself. I mean, yes. See, for the fun of it too. Yep. Nice. Okay, good. Done and done. Okay, now let me turn down the volume real quick before we move on to the thread. I really have to react to more Uchi stuff. Ooh! I have a 10 pull and I have almost 5. I have a 10 pull and 5 tickets. That's so good. Okay, what do we have here? How do I maximize the... Oh, it's I can just straight up download it. Excellent. Shoo. Before we begin. Man. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Anyway. Now thread. That's right. I forgot what I was doing with you, woman. I lose my mind because of you.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Hold off till the next banner with the tickets. I could, but I want also the Walpurgis Knight. So... Oh, for Greg, he's so OP. I could, but there is the Walpurgis, you know? World if I don't kiss Dante. What the fuck? Ah, yes. Dante is the true romance. Or even better, hold off till wag. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to actually do that. There's no reason for me to keep going for IDs which are gonna be available for me to shard later on, you know? The Walpurgis is something that I probably should focus on, I think. Walp is probably 2 months from now. No! People told me that it was 3 weeks approximately. Don't joke with me, lad. Dante is so mysterious and they're my waifu. I mean, for you, yes, but why do you say world? Why did you add my name to it? Blast his ass. Nice. Excellent. On everyone's soul, I'm gonna get kissed by Dante. However that works. What are you... I have no idea how that logic works. Canto 21, the world colliding. Yes, when am I gonna get my Canto?
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Okay, I think we've done it for the dailies. Good. 101. More charge. Do I have any randoms? Yes, I do have randoms. Yes, we do not really need another Utis one, so I'm glad that we got so few on Utis. We got more on everyone else, which is nice. As I can see here, I could shard. Soon enough, I could shard Captain Ismail, baby. There is also Rodia and Ryoshu, which I could actually focus on soon enough. I do have 145 identity boxes, baby. That means that I can act. If I am lucky enough, I could shard 2 characters soon enough. Let's go. Anyway, thank you all so much for. Why can you not? Why do you not speak? Oh, you do speak. Thank goodness. The world revolving. The world colliding is actually far better. Hello, Lobotomy. Hello, I'm John Lobotomy from Hit Game Lobcorp. How's everyone doing today? Well, good, but unfortunately you dropped onto the stream at the end of it, man. Sorry to say that. Anyway, I really need to get going. I really need to get some rest. I'm waking up in like less than 5 hours. No, in about 5 hours. I thank you all so much for dropping by. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I wish you all a good day. I wish for you to get a good rest yourselves. Stay safe, okay? Tomorrow's stream is gonna be far bigger, so keep that in mind. It's gonna start at the same time as today at 9 PM Eastern European time, okay? Bye-bye, later, see ya.